Yeah, my name is Daniel Kuman. I'm one of the directors and producers of a film called She Has a Name. And my brothers at Unveil Studios produced it along with two other producers, one in the UK and one in Red Deer, Alberta, which is our hometown. She Has a Name started as a stage play written by my brother. Its world premiere was in 2011 in Calgary and Red Deer, and really had some great critical and just audience success, and built into a Canada-wide tour in 2012. Those in Manitoba may have caught it at the Winnipeg Fringe Festival. During that time, which was touring in 2012, we were developing it into a feature film. And so, She Has a Name it's really a dramatic thriller and an emotional story about two girls, one who is trafficked. Well, actually, both of them are part of a trafficking incident, and one gets free and gets to aftercare and kind of shows the rescue side of human trafficking, and the other is re-trafficked. And so we kind of, through these lenses of these two underage girls, learn about the world of human trafficking. For us, it's really been a bit of a passion project and a labor of love. And one of the things that we really wanted to get across with the film is that human trafficking is a global issue. One of the things that, people say is, well, why did you tell a human trafficking story based in Asia? And this is happening right here in Canada. And that's one thing that is, it's very much a good point, and something, the film and the story itself is a human trafficking story in Asia. But one of the things for me that really, I guess, awoke me to the world of human trafficking was we held a justice conference in our hometown of Red Deer, Alberta. And we met women that were bought and sold by the Hells Angels right in our city of Red Deer. And really kind of like a punch in the stomach, because it happens right in every hometown right across Canada. And so we definitely want the film to be both a global and local awareness piece. We really believe, and part of our distribution strategy is what we call Fund Freedom. And the Fund Freedom plan was really developed as a way to help end human trafficking locally and internationally. So we have three core anti-trafficking partners that we're partnered with. One is International Justice Mission here in Canada, and they do work internationally as well. And then we have Global Act in Switzerland and Israel, and IRIS and Mission Worldwide, which is primarily Cambodia and some other countries. But basically every time someone engages with our film, whether it's at a home screening, a public screening, or buying any of our merchandise, we're funding freedom and helping to end human trafficking. So a percentage of those sales really is part of our distribution model to actually have an action piece attached to watching the movie. So every time that people engage with it, it is actively working to end human trafficking. And that was one of the things that we really felt strongly about, was we believe in ending human trafficking, and that, ultimately if we take care of one another and love our neighbor, that we can work towards ending human trafficking. And the issue itself is so huge. We talked about, even in the film, a couple million children that are forced into some facet of human trafficking every year, and only 1% are rescued. And that's a stat that should really rattle us, I think, and that we don't want to get lost in those numbers, because every single person that we rescue, every child, every person that gets free from a world of either, forced slavery of any kind, is a huge victory. And so we really believe that we can work to end that in Canada and in other parts of the world. I think ultimately, we have a responsibility, regardless of our faith background, to take care of the people around us. To me, one of the images that really stands out is Christ talks about love your neighbor as yourself, right? And if each person loves their neighbor and every person in the world is taken care of, because when you love the neighbor next to you, you don't abuse them, exploit them. Things like trafficking don't exist within the context of security and love. And so we really just, we want to see this film go far and wide globally, because ultimately that message is embedded in the film, is that if we take care of one another, that rescue and freedom are the results. And that's what we hope people get a glimpse of in the film She Has a Name.